high school, I was the shy kid. Not a lot of friends, not a lot of confidence, and most days I figured nobody noticed me, and most days that was fine with me. Then I picked up a guitar, and the first song that I ever learned was Why Georgia by John Mayer. And the first time that I played the song in front of people, something that I'd never felt before showed up. I felt like I belonged. A few of us started a band with 6 of us, and we called ourselves Paradise Fears. On stage, I wasn't the shy kid anymore. I wasn't invisible. My voice was heard. And then we found out what being in a band is actually like. For a long time, the audience was the bartender in the back of the room. We slept in Walmart parking lots. We ate peanut butter tortillas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And on a fancy night, maybe throw a banana in there. We had the music and we had each other, but we had nothing else. Then one night we went to see All Time Low, which was one of our favorite bands. And outside the venue, there were thousands of fans waiting for hours. And I thought, if these people love the exact same music that we're trying to make, and if they'll stand on a sidewalk for 6 hours for someone else's show, maybe they'd care about ours. And so I walked up to one, and I remember shaking and stuttering because I'd never done anything like that in my life. And it worked. So we went all in. The 6 of us split into 3 teams of 2. We followed other bands' tours around the country for 6.5 months. Every day, we walked up to fans waiting in lines for the shows. Every day, we had a conversation. Every day, if they liked what we heard, we handed them a CD. That grind got us on the radar of the band that started it all for me. Paradise Fears opened for All Time Low. That door opened another door and another for the next 10 years. And somewhere in that decade, I realized something. What moved the needle for my band wasn't the algorithm. It wasn't a playlist ad. It wasn't going viral. It was the conversations. Thousands of them, face to face, one fan at a time. Years later, when I started Modern Musician, the same thing happened. What moved the needle wasn't the marketing. It was sitting down with real artists, listening, and actually understanding what they needed. Every single artist that I've watched break through, it's never the ones that shout the loudest. It's the ones who build real relationships with real fans, one conversation at a time. Same pattern with 3 different scales. Everyone has a voice. Everyone deserves to be heard. You just need a way to actually have the conversation. But the real reason that I still do any of this, and the reason that music matters to me more than it should, isn't the tours or the shows. It's the stories that we heard after the shows. We had a song called Sanctuary that was about fighting through depression. And after shows, fans would walk up to me and tell me stories about how that song helped them get through a dark time. They'd roll up a sleeve and show me a tattoo, a lyric, sometimes over a scar on a place that they promised themselves they'd never go back to. One girl told me that she was in her bathtub one night, ready to end her life, and her song came on shuffle. That's when I understood what music actually is. It's not content. It's not marketing. It's a lifeline that somebody sends out, hoping that somebody else is on the other side, ready to catch it. Years later, I met my wife, had 3 kids, and I was on the road most of the year, and I started to want something different. Around that time, I met some mentors who taught me digital marketing. One of them said, maybe you should teach other artists what you did. And so I did. And when we combined the grassroots conversations that I'd been having on sidewalks with everything that the internet makes possible, things exploded. Artists who had never made $1 started making a living. There was a problem. To actually do this right, an artist needed to be on 8 different platforms, glued together with duct tape. Thousands of dollars per month. You had to be a tech wizard just to keep the lights on. So we spent the last few years building the thing that I wish that I'd had on that sidewalk in 2009 when I was shaking with a backpack full of CDs, trying to find somebody who'd listen. One platform, every tool that an artist actually needs, built for humans who want to make music but not operate software. This is FanMap. It's tour hacking, except you don't have to stand in line shaking. Every person that you've ever earned mapped as a real person. Their name, city, history with you. Playing a show in Austin, see every fan within 50 miles of the venue. Send them a message personally, directly, without an algorithm in the middle deciding who's allowed to hear from you. On social, you don't own your audience. The platform rents it back to you every time they feel like charging. On streaming, you get a map with no way to wave. A fan map is the first time that most artists have ever actually owned the relationship with their own fans. A DM on somebody else's platform is a dead end. Here, every reply is the start of a relationship, because your most loyal fans don't want to be marketed to. They want to be known. Every new fan walks a real path now. Not a lost follow, not a forgotten DM, a journey. They find you. They hear your story. They resonate with the music. And they go deeper than a 30-second preview. And then, this is the part that nobody else has solved. Artists actually get to make a living. One-click merch, designed straight from your own song artwork, printed on demand, no inventory, no upfront cost. Somebody buys, somebody ships, you make money. Inner Circle memberships, recurring monthly income from the fans who love you enough to pay every single month for deeper access, early songs, behind the scenes, whatever you decide to share. Predictable, recurring, yours. Signature experiences, private shows, house concerts, one-in-a-lifetime access. Your biggest fans apply, you pick the right ones. A single sale can be $1,000, $5,000, even $25,000 or more. Because the real math of a music career was never a million streams at half a penny. It's one real fan who loves you enough to spend real money for something real. The Mona Lisa is worth $800 million. Let It Be by the Beatles has never sold for more than $1. Why? It's not the artwork. You could put a flawless replica next to the original, and one is worth $10, and the other one's worth $800 million. So it's not the entertainment, it's not the utility, it's worth $800 million because there's only one like it. We collectively decided it matters, that somebody was there, and that it's irreplaceable. For most of human history, music was one of a kind. You'd have a song around a campfire, a symphony in a hall, a moment that was never going to happen the same way twice. And then we figured out how to record it. Streaming gave music to the world for cheaper than ever. But economics is unforgiving. When something becomes infinite, the artist gets paid in pennies. The asset itself isn't worth anything anymore. And the connection, which is the thing music is actually for, gets lost. And here's the strange part. Vinyl sales are growing faster than streaming. Why? Because fans are starving for ownership, for connection, for something that they can hold, collect, and pass down. Something that says, I was there before everyone else. Music was never supposed to be background noise. It's supposed to be a flag in the ground. This is the song, this is the moment, and this is who I am. So we built the next music asset. A relic is a one-of-a-kind, limited edition collectible from a specific song. Owned, authenticated, yours. Some artists release 50, some release 1, but when it's gone, it's gone. And a relic isn't just art on the wall, it's a key. Owning one can unlock the artist's inner circle. A studio session, a backstage pass, a song before anyone else hears it. Whatever the artist decides their most loyal fans deserve. Imagine a one-of-one edition of Let It Be by the Beatles. Imagine owning it meant that once a year he spent an afternoon in the studio with Paul McCartney. It would be worth a lot more than $1. It might be worth everything. For the fan, it's the closest thing to owning a piece of history. For the artist, it's the first time in a generation that a song can actually be worth something again. I grew up as a shy kid who didn't feel like he belonged anywhere, and music saved my life. Somewhere out there, a girl in a bathtub told me it saved hers. And right now, tonight, there's an artist with a song inside of them that's gonna be somebody else's lifeline. They just need a way to reach the right person. That's what we built. For real, at scale, without losing the human part. Because the future of music isn't louder, it's closer.